Hello there everyone, my name is Clink and welcome back to Dark Souls. Last time we went through New Londo Ruins and took out the Four Kings, acquiring the first of the Lord Souls. Well, I guess the Four Kings, I think they give you the Lord Soul Shard. It shows up in key items because you can't actually use these, but that concludes at least one portion of the late half, I guess, of Dark Souls. So today we're going to jump into the Demon Ruins. This is pretty much the Witches of Izalith area, and is definitely the low point of Dark Souls, unfortunately, when it comes to quality. This is a very unfinished area. I would say this is the only areas of the game that just feel flat out just completely underbaked. Some people have issues with some of the later areas. Like a lot of people will say that after Anor Londo, Dark Souls has a massive quality drop. I would say it's a mostly slight one. I don't really think the back half is as bad as a lot of people say it is. I still enjoy the back half, and honestly I enjoy it more than quite a bit of some of the other games, really both of the other two Dark Souls games, which I'm not really trying to rag on the other two Dark Souls games, just that I still have my fair share of issues with them despite enjoying them. But this area in particular is the biggest offender. I honestly find all the other ones fine. Like, I like New Londo Ruins, I like the Duke's Archives, Tomb of the Giant. Oh, I didn't even go in the lava. Tomb of the Giants is mostly fine to me. I really don't have that many issues with it personally, but this one I think is pretty bad. Like, look at this, there's just a million Taurus demons down here, which lore wise is okay, because essentially this is the Demon Ruins. The Witch of Izalith makes demons down here, and the Taurus demon and Capra demon are part of those demons. She just sent one of each up to the undead bird to terrorize it. And at that stage of the game, you know, they're terrifying, they're a boss, but you know, we're in the big leagues now, so they're not really anything anymore. So I think it's kind of interesting how they use them in this area. I think it's fitting, but I do think they just kind of... It feels like they went into the level editor and just were like, alright, let's just grab the Capra demon and throw it down. I forgot Kirk shows up here. I don't remember where he spawns in. I think this is the third invasion of the game. I think there's 6 and Kirk is like half of them, but since we upgraded to plus 15, Kirk don't even stand a chance. There's our attack power, by the way, 465. And I actually didn't even see what he dropped thanks to the message. But what I recommend doing here is don't even fight all the Capra demons. I just like to fall down right here. And I really didn't want to get hit by this guy, but that's fine. So these worms are honestly kind of terrible. I don't like these things, but if you get hit by that, by the way, that will like shatter your equipment. Uh-oh, he's doing it again. I hit him in time. There we go. Only 3 hits. But once you take him out, you get a bonfire, which is pretty nice. We'll go ahead and light it up. Oh wow, when I hit 36,000 souls? We'll get to 24 dexterity. So we're getting pretty close to 27, and I want to point this out. I always forget about it, and I never really look at it, but that right there is actually going to be one of the bosses we'll fight soon. I don't really know if I'll fight it today or in the next video. I'm hoping to have the Witch of Izalith defeated in the next video, but we'll see, because the Demon Ruins really aren't that long of an area. Like, there's a boss right here up ahead, but we're gonna have to do something before that, and then there's another boss before we get to the Witches of Izalith. So it's there's more to it than you would think at first. Let's go ahead and kill this Taurus demon, see just how far we've come when it comes to Taurus demons. And yeah, 3 hits, he's down for the count. We can just friggin' slaughter these things at this point. Hi there, buddy. I do want to actually come over here though. Normally I don't, but I feel compelled to show this, even though I neglected to show the magic ember in Darkroot Garden. I am going to show where to get, this is one of the fire embers. I don't remember if it's the chaos ember or not. There was one where like the million Taurus demons are, but I don't have anything to withstand the lava, and man, the fact that they kind of get staggered after 2 hits is nuts. But what you want to do is be kind of careful, because these guys will come out from the ceiling. Let's see if I can't hit it without getting sprayed that gunk all over me. Okay, only 2 hits killed it. Okay, you gotta be careful, because eventually I don't remember where they are. There they are. Yeah, a bunch will come out from the ceiling like that, and yeah, it's not fun. So we're just gonna do this. We're gonna get a rolling attack in. Just take it slow, you know, that's the name of the game here. If you take it slow and steady, all will be fine. Thankfully, the range of our claymore here will do wonders for us. We'll just do that. Let him do his slamming around, floundering, whatever he does there. God, I hate these things. They're so weird looking. And they're just like such odd enemies. But I also don't think I've ever had an easier time taking them out. Like, the Claymore's range is just so good for this. Like, honestly, can't complain too much. You gotta love the running R1 of the Claymore, it's so good. I want to say this is the large fire ember. Yeah, large flame ember. So, there's still a flame ember, large flame ember, and chaos ember. And you can expect that of all the different element types. So there's like the magic ember, the large magic ember, and the enchanted ember for magic type damage and stuff like that. Same with divine and occult. You have divine, large divine, and occult, stuff like that. So it lots of embers if you want to do all the different weapon upgrade types, but I'm not gonna show all of them. But since the demon runes really don't have that much going on, I felt like I should show it for some reason. Excuse me, can you not spit fire on me? Which these guys do return in Dark Souls 3, as the Demon Ruins itself is back in Dark Souls 3. Not quite like this. In fact, I don't know which one I dislike more. I don't know if I dislike this one for feeling like an unfinished area, or if I dislike the one in Dark Souls 3 more for just being an area I outright don't like playing. So, wow. That is the first death we've had in a long time. And it was such a dumb one, too. What was the last time I died? I think it was like... I think it was before Sen's Fortress, even. I want to say it was in Blighttown. That's crazy. It's been so long since I've died, wow. Huh. Of course it was to a Capra Demon. It's not even the Capra Demon boss. I will take out the Taurus Demon. Uh-oh. Didn't think I'd be close enough to this guy for him to start attacking me. It is amazing how many souls we've been getting from all this stuff, though. Alright, come here, Capra Demon. Get sick. How did I die to this guy? What the heck? But there we go, another 5,000 souls. So, earlier on when we initially got to Quaylag's sister, I gave her that 30 humanity. This is why over here. So we're finally, okay. We're finally gonna put that to use, much later. But, yeah, there's this big hallway right here, and I don't think you can access this before the Lord Vessel. So, I think the orange wall is right before this hallway, not on the fog wall itself. But yeah, you'll want to come over here and kill these guys. These guys are how you can farm for sunlight medals, by the way, if you want to max out the Warriors of Sunlight Covenant, or you're just going for some of the spells there. You only need 10 metals of sunlight to get the items that you need from it, but if you keep killing these guys, eventually one of them is going to drop the sunlight maggot. This is a helmet that you can put on your head that will produce light. It is fantastic for the Tomb of the Giants area, which is where Nito is going to be. Ooh, crystal lizard. I just remembered what the incentive for actually doing Duke's Archives before this is, and I'm wondering if I should have done that first, but oh well. It might just mean I'm not finishing Siegmeyer's quest line. But I might still be able to do it anyway. But essentially, if you don't do this 30 humanity thing and kill these guys, Solaire will end up actually going hollow over here and you'll have to kill him. But if we kept going across that bridge past that Titanite demon, we would actually end up at the Witch of Izalith boss. Oh, I actually got one, even without all my item discovery. But we're going to do things in the intended order, but I did want to do that just to save Solaire and have the Sunlight Maggot. You could get it from the other side, but it would actually drop off Solaire, so I'd rather not. I'd rather save my boy, and hopefully he can find his son. But now that that's out of the way, we can go do the first boss here, which I think I'm going to fight both the bosses today, since they're back-to-back anyways. But we head on inside, we can fight the Demon Fire Sage, also known as Asylum Demon number 3. Jumping attack to start off with, just be ready for that. If you have a plus 15 weapon, that will do you wonders for this fight, and ironically, this boss is weak to fire. You wouldn't think it would be, because all the other ones are resistant, but Demon Fire Sage here is weak to it. But this is basically just the stray demon. I think it's actually the exact same. I don't think there's any differences other than that the model is on fire. And this one's easier because we deal more damage to it than we did the stray demon, so this is bad. Oh wow, there's no explosion there. That's shocking. I don't really like attacking from the front. Alright, there we go. And there he falls. Nice and simple. You know, we've already fought that boss twice anyway, basically. Pretty lazy boss, pretty lame, but oh well. How many souls do you get from him? 30? 20? Okay. I feel like 20 is a little low for bosses at this point, but I'm not gonna complain too much. We're already pretty over-leveled at this point. Like honestly, I have the stats to finish the game already, but I just I want the extra levels because why not, right? Might as well get more damage, more stamina. I really want a light roll with the full Elite Knight set on for the Fashion Souls. But I do want to point out, if you come up here, you can actually ride a little elevator on up. And we're back in Quelaag's domain. Nice little shortcut there. That's pretty helpful. Not really, because there's another bonfire up ahead, but it's honestly probably the smartest shortcut out of these later game areas, because essentially a lot of them are paths that split off from previous levels, and then they just kind of dead end and you warp back. Since now that we have the ability to warp between bonfires, they don't really have to make everything connect, which kind of leads to the world design the overall world design quality feeling like it drops a little bit in the later parts of the game. But I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about it, honestly. It doesn't bother me a ton, but one of my favorite parts about Dark Souls 1 is the world design and just how well put together everything is. And I want to go on ahead and use... This is enough. In fact, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna get 2 more levels. We're gonna get all the way to 27 dex right now. Actually, I don't know if 50k is enough. No, it's not. No, we want that. Another 4,000, geez, okay. Fine. let's use one of these and one regular Proud Knight soul. Just because that'll be 5,000. I don't know if 4,000 was actually enough. I didn't look at the exact number. Yeah, I've got a little over 1,000, so I could have just done the 2 Proud Knights, but there we go. 27 strength and dex. Honestly, 30 is more than enough in both for a quality build in a regular new game cycle, but so maybe I'll get those up to 30, but I really want that 40 endurance, and then I'll probably just focus on vitality for the rest of the game and stick with this. Yeah, this is the other boss that we're gonna do today. Let's go ahead, traverse the white light, and meet the other one that we kind of saw, you know, just chilling out on the wall there, which I think is a pretty nice touch that you can just see it. And we'll get to see it here too. The Centipede Demon, which is also returning in Elden Ring Night Rain, which I think is quite interesting. That this boss of all things is going to be in that game, but here we are. I think it was, this guy was the Dark Souls 1 boss we saw, Dukeseer Freya from 2, and then Nameless King from Dark Souls 3, which that one was the only one I noticed on my first time watching through the trailer. But yeah, this boss kind of sucks. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like this fight now. I think I should have put on Havel's armor for this. So essentially his arm has a terrible hitbox. You want to just hope that he actually gets near you quickly, because sometimes he will just spam his arm for 10 million years. Uh-oh. Like he's doing now. Yeah, this is why I just hate this boss. But if he actually shows up near you, you can get some hits off. Maybe. I think I'm dead. Yep. Is this the first boss I've died to the entire game? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. I think it is, actually. Huh. It would have been interesting if I could have beaten the whole game without dying to a single boss. But I think I'm just gonna do Havel's armor for this one. I've never been good at this fight, and in all honesty, I actually skip it most of the time when I play Dark Souls 1 by taking the bridge route that I showed just straight to the Witch of Izalith. Because I don't really like the part after this either. Like, I hate to be such a downer because I love this game so much, but this part of the game just sucks. It just does. There's no beating around the bush. Unfortunately, every Souls game seems to have at least one part that I just kind of dread. And this is definitely that for this game. Like, this is the only part I actually outright dislike a lot. But the other games have a few more for me, really. Like, I'm still debating if I want to do the side areas of Dark Souls 2's DLC when I do that game. Because I've been trying to decide like what order I'm gonna do all the Souls games in, because I want to do them all at some point. Ooh, I actually do a decent bit of damage to this guy. Let's not die. But the main thing I'm trying to decide is if I want to go completely in release order or if I'm gonna do Dark Souls 3 before Bloodborne, which I'm leaning more towards that. Like, do the whole Dark Souls trilogy all together, and then we do the Dark Souls successors in a way, the games that are like Dark Souls that aren't Dark Souls. The ones that are, oh boy, let's not die right at the end here. Yeah, I should have just put on Havel's the first time for Centipede Demon. But at least we can put our regular armor back on now. And your reward will be the orange charred ring, which is a required item to get through this area unless you take that bridge. Because it makes you take very little damage from lava, except the sound effect for it is awful. So what I'm actually going to do is decrease sounds all the way to 2. I'm gonna have to remember what that was at before. So we're not gonna get to hear very much for a little bit, but that's what I'm gonna do, especially because this part's already getting pretty long. But we're pretty close to the next bonfire and a good spot to end on, so I'm at least gonna get there. And then we'll make our way to the Witch of Izalith in the next video. We're definitely gonna kill her in the next part, much to my dismay. Which, if I didn't die to Demon Centipede, honestly, the Witch of Izalith fight would be the first boss that I would absolutely die to. I don't think I've ever gotten through that fight without dying at least once, so... yeah, here's the bonfire for Lost Izalith, or at least the first one. So I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys next time, where we'll be finishing Lost Izalith. Bye-bye.